was diagnosed, I went to the OBGYN. She called me and told me, that I had cancer. I was extremely devastated, scared, in tears. I had a lot of questions. My, my first thought is like, what's going to happen to, me, my kids, my husband, am I going to die? I had a lot of questions I really wanted answers to. She referred me to the oncologist, Dr. Lang, which it took a few days before I actually got to meet with her, and my husband came with me. And fortunately, she was very compassionate, very understanding. She actually helped me answer a lot of the questions that I had filtered in my mind and I had written down when I was diagnosed. So that helped that she was there to answer those questions in the way that she did. Was very beneficial for me because I was so overwhelmed and so scared and just didn't know what was going to happen prior to this. So after meeting with her and her going over how we were going to take action to this and go over and how to just get rid of this tumor and survive this cancer, it really helped reassure me that I was going to survive this. And just having the faith and my family and friends support and helping me through this really got me through. Well, initially I was referred by my oncologist, Dr. Amy Lang, who fortunately recommended PRMA. I was very impressed with the website that was given to me by the doctor, where I did my reviewing and looking at the resources that they had available on the website was very informative as far as making a decision to go this route. Then after actually coming to the facility and meeting the staff, I was genuinely just very pleased. They were very caring and very compassionate, and I felt like I knew immediately I was in the right place and I was having the right doctors do this very big procedure for me. And for this enormous surgery that I was going through, I wanted to make sure I had not just knowledgeable doctors that were experienced, but also ones that were going to be genuinely caring and understanding for my situation. And because everybody, is unique, and I needed to make sure that the doctor understood, just how scared I was about this whole process, and that I had a lot of questions that I really needed answers to, and I was hoping to have not just the answers, but just it brought to me in a way where I was going to feel reassured and comforted that it was going to go well. Well, initially I was going to get implants because I felt that would be the easier way to go with the surgery and so forth. Then my game plan changed after doing some research and talking with prior patients and looking at the overall outcome long term. I felt that the DIEP flap would be the better option for me, which I am so glad I did. The outcome was so much more than what I could ever expect or ever imagine. And I mean, I just feel like I've got 25-year-old new boobies, which is just amazing that they can even do this kind of procedure from, the beginning to end. It was a long process, but it was definitely well worth it. I definitely encourage them to educate themselves. It's extremely important that they really get the information that they need. There are support groups out there. I would look into forums. PRMA has actually a support group that's here locally, but also if you do not live in the area, you could get it online and participate within the support group, which for me that's very beneficial, I think. Also Facebook, because I mean you can get that message out, to people if you have a question, and it's instant, that you'll have a response back. Another thing to keep in mind is to really stay hopeful and have a positive attitude through this journey. It really makes a big difference in your healing, not just physically, but spiritually. It really, really comes into play. And just surrounding yourself with family and friends and good support system, and just to realize that life will continue. This is just a bump on the road, and you will survive this.